Pyrotechnics team behind botched fireworks display told to surrender. Ships collide off Johor, spilling 300 tons of oil. I'm Sohaila Saifuddin with Cuppa News. Selangor Police are looking for an unlicensed fireworks technician and his 3 assistants responsible for the botched fireworks display during the New Year's Eve celebration in Klang. The 4 must come forward within 24 hours or face arrest. Selangor Police Chief Dato' Abdul Samad Ahmad said the authorities have details of the 4 and will pursue them if they do not surrender to facilitate investigations.
Siasatan sedang berjalan sekarang ini, beri kita sedikit masa untuk melengkapkannya, dan kita juga telah mengenal pasti juruletup yang tidak bertoleh yang telah digunakan, dan kita sedang dalam proses mengesan dan akan menahan juruletup ini untuk tujuan siasatan lanjut.
Datuk, adakah MPK tahu 4 orang ini juruletup haram?
Mereka yang melantik, soal sama ada mereka tahu atau tidak, biar kita lengkapkan siasatan kita. Tapi mereka yang memilih ataupun melantik individu berkenaan.
He added that pyrotechnicians must be certified by the Police and Mineral and Geoscience Department before conducting any firework display. Abdul Samad said that the event organizer have to obtain approval from the Home Ministry before the application is sent to police, who will issue a permit. In this case, he said the Klang Municipal Council did not apply for a permit. On Sunday, 14 people, including 4 children, were injured when they were hit by fireworks which exploded on the ground during the New Year celebration at the Pandamaran Sports Complex. The case is investigated under the Explosive Act 1957. So far, police have recorded statements from 21 individuals, including MPK staff and victims. In the meantime, Selangor Exco Ian Yong Hian Wah revealed that the pyrotechnics had not been part of the MPK's New Year's Eve celebration. In a statement, Young said based on early investigations and meeting records, MPK had never approved the fireworks display for the Fiesta Gegar Klang 2016. Therefore, it was not an official component of the event. He added that an officer involved has been directed to go on leave from January 3rd to 31st pending an investigation report. No criminal offence was committed by the doctor in the botched circumcision of a 9-year-old boy. Police have classified the case as no further action. According to a report by Free Malaysia Today, the Attorney General's chamber said there was no solid evidence against the doctor who performed the procedure. As such, he will face no charges. Sentul Police Chief R. Munusami told FMT the case was closed and that the boy's parents were notified of the AGC's decision yesterday. In the December 15th incident, the boy had his glans penis severed at a private clinic in Jalan Ipoh. He was sent to HKL to have it reattached, but it blackened, leaving the doctor no choice but to amputate. The case was initially investigated under Section 338 of the Penal Code for causing grievous hurt. FMT reported that the boys' parents have instructed their lawyer to write to the AGC to review the investigation papers. In a separate development, a 45-year-old businessman pleaded not guilty at the High Court in Miri to a charge of abetment in the murder of PKR Secretary Bill Kiyoung. Datuk Stephen Lee Kiyoung is accused of committing the offence with 3 others at the traffic light intersection at the Jalan Kuala Baram bypass around 8:20 am on June 21st, 2016. Judicial Commissioner Dr. Alwi Abdul Wahab fixed January 9th for remention. Lee faces the mandatory death sentence upon conviction. There has been no let-up in the flood situation in Terengganu and Kelantan, with over 26,000 people evacuated to relief centres. The number of residents affected by flooding in Terengganu rose from 10,734 this morning to 13,645 at 5 p.m, while in Kelantan the number rose from 8,640 to 12,453 people. The worsening floods also forced the closure of 63 schools in Terengganu and 48 schools in Kelantan. People also resorted to various means to get to work. A case in point being some 50 staff of Hulu Terengganu Hospital who braved the floods and headed to work on backhoes. Elsewhere, nearly 300 tons of oil spilled into the Straits of Johor after a collision between two container vessels. The spill was caused by damage to the fuel tank of the container vessel APL Denver after a collision with the 1-301 off Pasir Gudang late on Tuesday. The Singapore Marine Port Authority (MPA) in a statement said there were no reports of injuries and 12 anti-pollution craft had been sent to clean up the mid-sized oil spill. The MPA added that the spill had been contained off the western side of Singapore's Pulau Ubin. In a video that has gone viral in China, a woman was caught on film repeatedly riding a motorbike over her 6-year-old step-granddaughter. The incident was reported to have occurred in Yangjiang, Guangdong province. The girl is seen crying and screaming as her step-grandmother, surnamed Chen, rides the motorbike over her. Doctors found internal bleeding while examining the child. Police said Chen was the live-in partner of the victim's grandfather. The woman had been left to care for the child along with her own son and daughter while the girl's father and grandfather were out working. Chen claimed she had lost control of her motorbike when her 2-year-old son started to cry. In other news, Beijing issued its highest red fog alert for a second day on Wednesday, keeping highways closed in and around the city, which is already under a smog alert after weeks of choking winter pollution. The Weather Bureau warned of visibility of less than 50 meters in some areas of the Chinese capital, leading many airports to cancel flights. Convicted mass murderer Charles Manson is seriously ill in a hospital in California after being transferred from prison for an undisclosed medical condition. A state corrections official refused to comment on the report and would confirm only that Manson had not died. He has been in prison for more than 4 decades after the 1969 killings of 7 people, along with 4 of his Manson family disciples. A team of surgeons in northeast Vietnam reportedly removed a pair of surgical forceps from inside a man's stomach. Ma Van Nat believed that the 15-meter forceps were left behind by surgeons during his 1998 road accident surgery at Bakan Hospital. The hospital acknowledged the incident but said it would be difficult for them to identify the medical crew as patients' records were only kept for 15 years. Heroes come in all shapes and sizes, including extra small. 2-year-old Bodhisattva rescued his twin brother Brock when a dresser fell on him. What followed was an impressive feat and impressive strength from the pint-sized superhero. The Shaw family said they released the video to highlight the dangers of untethered furniture. Audiences worldwide got a sneak peek of the upcoming 50 Shades of Grey sequel with the release of a new 50 Shades Darker trailer. The erotic film, 50 Shades of Grey, based on best-selling author E.L. James' novel, grossed over $571 million worldwide. A surprise duet featuring Taylor Swift and Zayn Malik, titled I Don't Want to Live Forever, was released in the trailer.
If something were to happen to you, I could never forgive myself.
Tell me what you have that I don't.
Till you come back.
Not really my cup of tea, and that's all we have for today, folks. Good night.